This week is National Eating Disorders Awareness Week, and the theme of the week is Come As You Are.
The National Eating Disorder Association is the largest nonprofit organization dedicated to supporting individuals and families affected by eating disorders.
NEDA serves as a catalyst for prevention, cures, and access to quality care. So this week's theme for NEDA Week is Come As You Are. And the point of Come As You Are is to send a message that no matter where you are in your body acceptance or eating disorder recovery journey, your story and your voice matter. So why is NEDA so important to 20? Well, first of all, I work for the National Eating Disorders Association. I am on the walks team, so I get to manage several of the walks that happen all across the country. I get to go to several walks all across the country. But how did I get there? I was diagnosed with an eating disorder in 2012 when I was 17. I was going into my senior year of high school. Very soon after I was diagnosed, I started going through treatment. And when I was in treatment, I had heard about NEDA, and there was a walk coming up in New York City. And I really wanted to go, but it was literally in like 2 days, so I couldn't go. And my mom found a walk in Baltimore, Maryland. So instead we drove down to Baltimore the following weekend, and that was when I went to my first NEDA walk. Then there was only like 30 NEDA walks across the entire country. It was a very small walk. The walk actually has completely changed since that first one that I went to in 2012. But since then, I have gone to NEDA walks every year, and now it's my job. So they've definitely played a major role in my own personal recovery, and they continue to inspire and motivate me every day.
So when we met, Bree was, what, like a couple weeks out of treatment?
Oh yeah.
A couple weeks or a month?
It was like, I was still technically in treatment. It felt like several years. I was a couple months out of my lowest point.
Yeah. I knew about some eating disorders, but I didn't really know about them.
That year that we met, there was a walk. It was a first year walk in Westchester, Pennsylvania, which was about an hour from where we lived. And I decided to bring a team to that walk. So a big part of our soccer teams, the men's and the women's, the men's head coach and his wife came. We had a really big, solid team of about 20 people that showed up. And for me, it was my second walk that I had been to, but it was the first time that I was really that open about my eating disorder. I was open about it the whole struggle, really, but it was the first time that I asked people to, actively asked people to support me, and they did, and it was really awesome.
Yeah, look at us now. So when we started dating, I had to get used to the idea of like making sure like she had all her meals. She was eating every meal. She had snacks, like between every meal. Her mom would always be in contact with me to make sure she was eating. She also gave my family the rundown of like what she could eat.
Or not what I could eat, but
like
what I had to.
What I had to. Like we had to tell her everything she was eating.
So at the time, part of my treatment plan was I was doing family-based treatment. I had done several other types of treatment previously, but my mom really took the leadership role in my recovery. So I had to personally report to her what I was eating to make sure that I was getting the nutrition that I needed to continue to get better. Thankfully, Stefan and his family were just openly supportive of it, even though they really didn't have any experience in it prior. They just kind of learned as they needed to.
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing I've noticed in you is that you're a lot happier. I've heard stories about when she was in recovery and they were not pleasant. But yeah, over the past few years, I've noticed that Bree is just a lot more happier with life.
I think the most important thing, just based on my own experience, is to find resources that you need and find people that will wholeheartedly support you. Sometimes I've learned that the people, not everybody will support you the way that you want them or need them to, but that doesn't mean that they don't love you or that they love you any less. It's just that
they don't know how to help you.
They don't know how. And I think the most important thing for supporters to do or to know is that you don't have to get it, and you don't have to totally understand the illness, because that's what it is. It's not a choice, and you need to get that. You don't need to get the disorder, you just need to get that it is a disorder, and you have to be open to educating yourself, because in a lot of cases the person that's struggling doesn't get it either, and they're not thinking clearly, and they need people like you who can think clearly to guide them on the right path. To wrap everything up that we talked about today, I just want to throw an overall blanket and say that NEDA Awareness Week is my favorite week of the year. NEDA has been a huge part of my own recovery, and it's been so amazing to see an organization that's so hardworking continue to grow, and it's even cooler to be a part of that growth through the walks program. Like I said, I went to my first NEDA walk in 2012, and at the time there was only 30 walks across the whole country. This year we are projected to hit 100 walks nationwide, and to me that is just amazing, because that means that there's thousands and thousands of people coming together in 100 different cities and counting across the country to fight back against the stigma of eating disorders and fight for recovery and awareness, better education, better legislation, and just come together as a community and be able to support each other. And I love NEDA walks. For more information on how you can get involved this NEDA Awareness Week and every day throughout the year, visit nationaleatingdisorders.org. And to find a NEDA walk near you, visit nedawalk.org/calendar to see all of the walks that are coming up. Thank you for watching, and if you have any other questions about NEDA or how to get involved, you can also DM us at 20NYC, and I will be able to help you.